So right now, I'm going 10 miles below the speed limit. I'm driving at a pace that I feel comfortable and relaxed at, of which traffic wants to push and traffic is pushing. And I am not here for traffic. I am taking care of me in this moment. This is where my comfort is. I'm already pushing my own edge, and I can see that the other person behind me, their edge is being pushed, and they're pushing me, and I am not flinching. That moment that I realize that nothing else really matters, will take into consideration the law, what is realistic, and whether or not this situation is warranted and necessary. And then ground in where you are. Just root it, center it. What does it feel like to be grounded and to sit in the moment of being present for yourself and grounding wherever you are, really connecting? So what I did while I'm driving is drop into every nuance and subtlety that the car is making. The car is for the most part broken in, but it doesn't know the nuances and subtleties of how I work quite yet. And I'm braking far more, and I'm like holding it back, and it accelerates on its own, and like I'm like holding it back a little bit and slowing it down and doing it curves differently, then pressing forward and like accelerating and pushing on the gas and really pushing the edges and so on. But really sitting, like, if I sit upright and I'm comfortable and my spine is straight and I'm driving and I'm grounded and I'm low in my center and I don't want to throw myself off, what does that look like on the road? How does that feel? No, if I start to lean into a curve, does that feel comfortable, or does that feel like I'm pushing an edge or riding an edge with the car? So I'm reeling it back a little bit, and I'm realizing that, oh yeah, there's a line of traffic behind me also. Like, I don't care about the traffic. That doesn't matter. They'll do what they need to do. Everyone in every situation will do what they feel like they need to do, regardless of you, regardless of everyone else. And this is what I'm doing for me right now, and it's not intruding on anyone's experience. I'm not also available for the disconnection from my sense of groundedness, my sense of spirit. Right now I feel very connected with that and very conscious that this is where I am in this moment as I drive consciously and feel myself grounded. It's a great practice versus road rage and really pushing ourselves into like a, oh my god, this is the shit. Use the bathroom before you start driving. That's one thing that definitely helps. Not to have loads of coffee before you go anywhere. I'm realizing there are all these things that I put in place that don't need to be there if I just ground in myself and really recognize that I am first and foremost, and then everything from there out comes with ease. That practice, though, my gosh, it's not easy. It's not easy because it really means putting everything else on pause until I'm here. I'm doing me. And when you're so invested in helping other people, how can you do both? And it's really comes back to balancing. First of all, how am I breathing? Second of all, am I relaxed, or is this like a fight or flight thing? Third, is everyone okay here? Four, do we have water? Do we have all of the things necessary to make this moment very grounded and present? Water is really big too, having water on hand. I go so far as to having saline on hand, but I don't want to, encourage anything weird. First aid kit for sure. Speaking of which, that must always have a first aid kit. And sometimes I have the basic first aid kit, which is rather crude than I think. First aid kits arrive in whatever way we find them in all situations. We can be innovative and headstrong, and we can drop into the moment with consciousness and with the freedom to know that this experience that I'm having with myself in this moment is perfectly fine, and it doesn't need critique, it doesn't need a second thought. It is what it is, as people might say, not to be cliche. That rhymes. I don't know what else I had in mind other than that. I thank you for watching, and thank you for being interested in human psychology and how we interact with our world, and my perspective on it, because I feel like I have a lot of helpful things to say and often don't know where I'm going to start or end. Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you from my heart.